I got to get this one out. I had did a post on this a while back, and I forget the conclusion. I was just saying, oh, thank God I have that somewhere in this 400 or 500 recordings I got to get through, listen to in title, because I forget, like they were showing me the rules again. It was like they keep taking me to this spot in the Bible where it talks about the Gentiles are now allowed to be saved or something like that. I forget how they verbalize it, but and they don't expect them to follow all of the Jewish laws, basically giving them mercy, like, oh, you simpletons couldn't possibly, let's just give them the basics. And sorry, it's just how it reads to me. It's funny how it's said. And then it says, like, they just have to follow the basics, like, and there's 3 basics. It's like abstain from eating meat, sacrifice to idols, from all fornication, and from eating unbled meat of strangled animals. And it took me a while to unravel these things, because they kept taking me there. And I'm like, I know it's coded. I understand that, because sacrifice to idols. Well, unconditional love doesn't believe in idolizing false gods. So it's like trying to unravel all that, right? And so, and I thought it was like saying making love to, right? Like, don't eat meat. Don't make love to people who have sacrificed to idols, meaning their heart is elsewhere. They're loving someone else, right? Like, if their heart's elsewhere, don't make love with them. Don't be in love with them. Don't, and then on and on. And so I'll have to find it. Don't know where it's at. And then they're taking me to this passage again, but then further along, it doesn't say food again, or it doesn't say meat again. It says food. And so when I read it that way, because later it says, I think the same thing, like abstain from eating food offered to idols. So anyway, there's a couple things coming through on that one. But for that one, I thought, oh, you mean also like, don't listen to the bullshit, right? Like don't let that sustain you. Don't let people who are blowing smoke up your ass, right? Like that fakeness, that praise, that like those they would idolize, like, oh, you're so fabulous and all this stuff. Like, don't eat that up. Don't let that, because that'll feed your ego, right? And then don't eat food from unbled, meaning those still on a leash, those who know no better, those are still young and innocent and naive and still regurgitating what they've been taught. They're not able to think on their own. They're still being led by their I was going to say their father, but their parents, whatever. Like, they're still on a leash. And so they're not capable of thinking for themselves. So it's worthless to even listen to that kind of robot, any age, but it's just a way for us to understand it, because we hope that people start to think on them, themselves once they're at least 25 and their technically brain is formed. But nonetheless, it's usually when it begins anyway that you have to start unraveling what you've been trained into doing, right? Now that it's fully formed. But can we just stay on track here? Yes. So like abstain from eating food offered to idols and from unbled meat of strangled animals. So eating food, meaning taking in, looking outside oneself, like absorbing that bullshit, people smoke blowing up your ass, from people who just do that. They just people please. That might be a good one for that. And from unbled meat of strangled, leashed animals. They're being trained that way. They're being steered. They're under somebody else's thumb. They don't realize it, but they are. And it says, and of course from fornication. And so So, of course, don't blow smoke up your own ass. Don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself falsehoods that'll just tie yourself in knots, right? Like, yeah. And so that's what I think it was saying more cleanly, more clearly when decoded. But I did find it very interesting, and I'll have to see if I can find, by the time the other one gets titled and uploaded, that'll come out. I think I've recorded it probably a month ago. So then this will come out after that. So it'll be interesting to see the comparison, because I really think the first one, when they were showing it to me and they had me thinking about it and they had me discussing it with them, it was like they were trying to get me to see and understand. It was like they were trying to like coax me along to understanding. It did seem more at that point, it was about your lover, like who you have as your lover, right? Like, don't have those who have their heart elsewhere, or certainly not children, like unbled, like and again, it's obviously not that, but like certainly don't do that. But it's also like meaning not even like anyone who can't even think on their own. Like, it'd be like having, with an idiot, with somebody who's like some young punk who can't really think. And I think I was tripped up on the fornication last time too, for the same rhetoric, the same line of thinking. I was having trouble understanding, and so now I think this makes more sense. So I'm so happy that they took me to this passage, but then had me read further along where they changed meat to food, where it's just saying what is nourishing you, what is feeding you. Are you feeding your heart, your soul, or are you feeding your ego, your mind, right? Are you blowing smoke up your own ass? You're allowing other people who that's what they do. They blow smoke up people's ass to satiate you. Like, are you looking for, don't do that, right? That's the idea of don't eat food offered to idols, right? Like, don't eat that. Don't let that satiate you, because that'll satiate your mind. Right. So if they're the ones who go around idolizing and praising others and speaking, and that's what they're doing, but they're not thinking on their own. They're not doing it. It's not from their heart. It's not truth. It's not clarity. It's none of that. It's just they're smoke blowers. So don't eat that. Don't buy into that rhetoric. Don't buy into that bullshit. That's going to pump up your ego. That's not truth and clarity. And don't do it from unbled, meaning people who don't know any better. They're still under so many other people's control. Who knows why they're telling you what they're telling you, because they're being controlled by so many other people. So who even knows what the real motive is there? Because the robots that are being utilized, the ones that are on the leash, have no fucking clue they're on a leash and being utilized, right? So don't listen to that bullshit. And fornication. Don't blow smoke up your own ass. Do not lie to yourself. Stay present, clean, and clear so you can move through easily. So if we can follow those rules, those very simple rules, seemingly simple, then it's all is well. All is well. But I like how they decoded it for me, so because then it does seem a lot easier, right? It's a lot clearer. It makes more sense. And yet, the more you sit with that, the more you realize you probably have allowed for that kind of thing, right? Well, you certainly have lied to yourself. You certainly have lied to yourself. This is why people don't think they're enough, or they're lovable, or they're blah, 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 blah. Those are all lies. And so you've fed into that lie and regurgitated that lie, and then you caused yourself your own pain and torment. And so you have to cut those ties, those lies, those binding mess. And then I'm just regurgitating now. So you hear the three, but it is remaining present and conscious. And really, so then that boils down to the same thing. Just fully love and honor yourself. If you're fully loving and honoring yourself, and you consistently do that work, you become confident in yourself, and you love yourself, and you can think on your own, and you continue to strengthen that muscle. I was going to say that bone. I don't know why. then that other stuff kind of naturally is the case, right? Like that's a natural consequence of that, right? Like at least I find that for me. Like I find for me, like I don't blow smoke up my own ass because I'm loving myself and I wouldn't want to lie to myself. It's like I'm not looking for the hard route or the easy route, right? I just want the truthful route because I want to feel good. And I know if I just take the shortcut that is, it's like the cheap, easy version, the less than, that's not kind to me. That's not nice to me, right? I love me too much to do that. And so you have to keep working on those muscles. But then you can also, like, because you're already thinking on your own, you naturally would question when somebody's blowing smoke. You're like, what? Why would you even, these are bad examples. But I think you understand by the decoding what they're saying there, and I really like that. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.